So, as a trainer, as an equine nurse, I get asked all the time what I'm feeding my horses or what I'm having my clients feed their horses. And unfortunately, what I'm feeding my horses, I'm having my clients feed their horses, really is not a good measuring stick as to what to feed your horse, right? Horse diets, like human diets, are extremely individualized, and what works for one horse is not necessarily appropriate for another. Now, some bare basics are relatively the same with some nuance. All horses need access to forage 24/7. Forage in front of their face all the time. This is because of how the equine digestive tract was designed to work. It is designed to constantly be digesting. When we try to pigeonhole horses in these 2 feedings a day of a couple flakes of hay and some grain, we are denying the body of its natural processes, and that's when we start to see issues like ulcers. Now, where a lot of people get hung up is when they have horses that get fat on air, right? They're super easy keepers. And the first thing that people want to do is reduce the amount of forage that they give their horses. But that is not how you handle an overweight horse. You never decrease the quantity of forage. You only decrease the quality of forage. So a horse that is an extremely easy keeper, gets fat on air, you're going to look for low quality forages. As counterproductive as that sounds, that is the best option for your horse, because fat or not, it still needs forage 24/7. At the very least, your horse is probably going to need a balancer pellet, unless you want to go through the time and expense of testing your forage to make sure that it's providing all the vitamins and minerals, which it usually doesn't. The best thing to do is just throw in a balancer pellet, and that will provide the horse with any additional vitamins and minerals that it's not getting from its forage or what have you. Where a lot of people get hung up is with grain, and what a lot of people do not realize is that a horse does not automatically have a nutritional need for grain. Your horse may not need grain. It may be fine on a quality forage and a balancer pellet. That being said, there are groups of horses that generally benefit from a grain supplement. Those categories of horses are hard keepers, senior horses, absolutely need grain. Horses in heavy work probably need grain. Pregnant lactating mares need grain. What absolutely 0 horses on the planet ever need, though, is sweet feed. So do not listen to your local feed store associate who has absolutely no background in equine nutrition whatsoever, and don't listen to Bubba down the street who's been doing this his whole life but has absolutely no idea about equine nutrition. Feeding your horse sweet feed is like giving it a candy bar for every meal. It's not healthy, it's not beneficial, doesn't provide it with what it needs. So no matter what, no sweet feed for your horse. It's absolute junk. Now, if you have a horse that's a senior horse or a hard keeper, just it's hard to keep weight on, you're going to want to look at grains that are higher in fat content. Most of your senior feeds are higher in fat content. You'll be able to compare the different fat contents of the different feeds by looking at the feed tag. Just keep in mind, performance feeds have more fats. Senior feeds have more fats than performance feeds. So whether you choose a senior feed or a performance feed is going to depend on how much additional fat your horse needs in their diet to keep up with whatever is going on that makes them require grain. Again, you can read the feed tags. Fat content is going to vary amongst formulations and brands, so shop smart. And then, of course, your horse needs access 24/7 to fresh water. No ifs, ands, or buts. Now, if after hearing all this, you're still confused or unsure as to what to feed your horse, your best bet is obviously going to talk to your veterinarian. Your veterinarian should and will be able to help you formulate the perfect diet for your individual horse's needs. I also highly recommend this book, Introduction to Horse Nutrition by Zoe Davies. It was a textbook when I was in college for equine science and management. I do believe that there is an updated edition, although if you get the older edition, really not a whole lot has changed. You're getting the same basic information in here. I highly recommend this book. I think every horse owner should own one. You can find it on Amazon for very cheaply, and it's just an invaluable resource to have just as a reference for feeding your horse. Again, if you have any questions, please contact your vet, or you can leave a comment down below and I will do my best to answer it as an equine nurse. Happy trails.